Hi Pisces, it's time to do your forecast for 2022, and I wish good things for you, of course. We want to have a positive experience for 2022. So let's kind of see what's going on for you. We're going to raise the vibration before your reading here. Pisces, one of my favorite signs, one of the most psychic, empathic signs of all. And let's go ahead and look at your forecast. What things to come. And we're going to be using the Archangel deck. This is the one I chose to do the forecast with. So we've got the Three of Gabriel, which is the Three of Wands. Look at that. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Now, this is good. This is a good moment. Your ship comes in. That's why you always see ships in the Three of Wands energy. Your ship comes in, your moment arises, and everything is going to be looking really good. So this is very positive. So if things were kind of bleak in 2020 and 2021, this is going to be your year. This is going to be a very positive year for you. And I'm really seeing a lot of positive changes for the signs, which is good. But wise planning and time to take the next step. I want you to pay attention to what that says. Time to take the next step. And look at that. This is the Temperance card, change your life. Or no, this is actually this is the Tower card. But this one is different, change your life. Ascend revelation that offers freedom, break free of procrastination, embrace the opportunities that change brings. In this deck, this is more of a positive Tower moment. Okay, that's why, like I said, I want to give you guys the good positive messages. But yes, we'll be realistic. If there's obstacles, we'll talk about obstacles. But this is the thing. If you make the positive changes and get in alignment with spirit, with what they want you to be doing, and you make those positive moves, then you've got it. Then it's going to be a good year. But of course, one of the things is, if we're resistant to certain changes that we need to make, okay, notice spirit saying change your life. Okay, if you're resistant to that and you're trying to do things the same old way, then it's going to be a negative Tower moment. Okay, so we want to make the changes that we know we should. And I feel like you know what you need to change in your life right now. Certain things that have been not going a certain way. Look at this positive you could have. Your ship coming in, your moment arising. So I feel like for many of you Pisces, you will make the right changes. I feel a lot of you, you're my spiritual sign. You're very spiritual. You're very in tune to that and everything. Very connected to spirit. You got a good, strong crown chakra that I feel you will make the right changes. Don't be afraid of change, though. Do not be afraid of change. The one thing about you being a mutable sign is you're not all that afraid of change. Change is just a fact of life for you, always. And so if we're going to do a little inner child work. This does seem to be a theme with a lot of signs that are going to be coming up. Embrace your inner child. New friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So we're going to kind of look back to some of our childhood things, because also for those who have children, we want to also, raise them right and everything. So any kind of inner child embracing, we're going to do that in 2022. And a lot of times, this is an area that people put off a lot. They definitely want to put this out. I don't want to face the inner child. I don't want to go through certain pain. But if we're going to defeat those generational curses, we got to face the inner child. Okay. But once it's done, the vibration raises so high. So it's a good move. And look at that, the Magician. You've been working on your manifestation ability. I feel in 2021, you kind of kicked it off and everything. And look what it says. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. So see, once you make the changes to your life, the right ones, the appropriate ones, your manifestation is just going to take off and be powerful. So this is really good. So this is a time for good, positive changes to be coming. Now, one of the things Spirit is kind of making me feel is that some of you Pisces are going to seem unrecognizable to friends, to family, and to even partnerships, in relationships that you're in. You may seem like a completely different person. Some of you are going to do a huge makeover. I think some of them call it glow ups. I'm getting the word glow up more, that some of you are going to have this big glow up, that you may even change physically, your appearance in some way, that you're just ready for a whole new life. I feel like many of you are ready for a whole new life and good things. And it's like, you know what? A lot of you are like, I'm not doing things the same old way. I'm not going to be doing that. I want to do everything completely different. You may change your wardrobe. You may change the way you do your makeup, your hair, everything. You may do something wild like dye it purple. A lot of the girls are dyeing it purple, the guys too. So, just having some kind of, I feel like one of the things you're going to want to do is really express your spiritual side and kind of come out and bring it to the surface. And you're going to do it in a way that is fearless. And you're going to do it in a way that may shock people. It may shock people when you do it. But, unless you're already shocking people now. But I definitely feel like you're going to become a very different person. Now, look at this. We've got the 5 of Gabriel. One of the things this card can be about, is it can be a little bit of conflict and things like that. But one of the things it's saying is withdraw from the drama of others. Okay? So I feel that part of the card, I feel, is what Spirit is saying. Is there's a lot of people that are just, they end up in conflict and they don't even know why. They end up in conflict and they don't even know what they're doing it for and everything like that. And I feel one of the things is you're be like, no, I want my peace. I nothing is going to disturb my inner peace this year. And you may lose some friends and get rid of people, or even relationships that is just constant conflict. You might not get rid of your family, but you may find yourself kind of withdrawing and taking a break from family if there is a lot of conflict, especially when you kind of come out as this new you that is going to emerge. Other people, they may want you to be the same old way and everything. And you're gonna be like, nope, I'm changing, I'm transforming. This is what I meant to do and everything. I'm growing spiritually, and I'm not gonna please you anymore. We're not gonna be a people pleaser anymore. And then we got the 4 of Ariel, which is the 4 of Earth, and it says, when you give, you also receive. Now, one of the things the card does say, being resistant to change. So I still feel there will be a period in the beginning of the year, because remember, we got that change your life card, right? In the beginning of the year, I feel you're going to fight it a little bit. You're going to feel the call, and you're going to feel a little frustration at first. But there's going to be some kind of breakthrough that comes out where you're ready to transform. Okay? Where you're ready to transform, and you're like, I don't want to do things the same old way anymore. You're going to be like, you're going to get to a moment of frustration, and that's going to be your tower moment, a very soft tower moment, a very necessary tower moment, where you're like, I don't want to be this way anymore. I said, now, if any of you, I know Pisces, they can have addictions. They can have addictions, or some kind of addictive behavior. And that will be something that you're going to feel pressure to change that behavior and let go of any kind of addictions that are not good. Now, it's not always drugs. It's not always alcohol. There are other things we could be addicted to. But any kind of thing that you find yourself addicted to that is not healthy for you, okay, Spirit's really going to put on the pressure to change that and everything like that. And that's going to be up for some of you. That's going to be your key to transformation here and stuff. But the changes I feel coming for Pisces is going to be good for the majority of you, as long as you're not resistant for too long. I feel a little bit of resistance at first, but then we get past that. And then we've got the 8 of Michael, which is the 8 of Swords. It says you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. There's a lot of change here. There's a lot of change theme here, Pisces. Okay? Notice she's walking out of the gate. She's walking into freedom. She's got some help with the angels there. But that's the thing. Spirit is really emphasizing, become the best you can be. Become the best version you can be. This is going to be your theme in 2022. And you're going to shock people when you kind of walk through the fire and the person you become. It's going to shake them up. Now we got also the Nine of Michael, which is the Nine of Swords. So some of you in Pisces can be prone to depression because they're so sensitive. That's the reason why. But one of the things this is on here, release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Okay, so one of the things we're going to be needing to release that. And as you're kind of becoming this new, improved version of yourself, we need to release any kind of fear of that. You know, like if I come out this new person, you know, or the person I really am, however you want to manifest, say it, this transformation that takes place that shocks people, you know, there might be a little fear of acceptance, because I know you can be sensitive. You know, you want people like you. It's important to you because you're so sensitive. But once you get past the hump of that, you know, for anybody who is like, you know what, I like you the way you were, things like that. You know, once you get past that, you're going to be fine. That's just a hurdle there. That's just a hurdle and everything. And then we've got the Seven of Raphael, which is the Seven of Water. And see, that could be also an addiction card as well. Okay, that points to addiction. So definitely one of the themes is also letting go of addictions, letting go of any unhealthy habits that no longer serve you, because you're about to become your best self. You're going to become your best you. And then look at that, the Four of Gabriel, which is the Four of Wands, a reason to celebrate, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations, getting that stability. The Four of Wands, I really like to show stability in one's life. When I see this card, and we may have a good relationship come out of this too, look at that. But when I see this, I like a good, stable foundation and stuff. Me being Capricorn, of course, I want to see that for you because I know how powerful that can be. But it's going to shake some people up when you come out this new you, which is really more of the true you. You're going to feel the pressure. Like imagine the real you on the inside, and you're kind of, you know, in this character that is kind of projecting illusions to other people about who they are, just to make them happy. You know, let's just make my boss happy. Let's just make mama happy. Let's make my boyfriend, my girlfriend happy. Okay, and stuff. But inside there's another being that really wants to emerge. Okay, and then you're just going to kind of unzip it, okay, and step out and stuff. And that, you know, you've been in the cocoon for a while. See, this whole dressing here, this ego dressing was your cocoon. Okay, so really stepping out in 2022 and being a more honest, true version of yourself is going to be a big theme for you. This is being very powerful. So let's go ahead and look at love. I know everybody always wants to know about love. I feel like going this direction too. We're just going to mess it up. Oh, there you go. There you go. So, passion. We're going to have passion for someone, and they're going to be a new love. So for a lot of you, you're going to have a new love. There's this new you coming out. Now, and that's one of the things, as this new you is emerging for you in 2022, Pisces. If you're in a relationship at the moment, you may find, you know, with this transformation that your current relationship does not serve you. That you may find that. So, and I'm not saying it's all for you. I'm not, you know, there may be some Pisces that are married or like everything's fine, and that's totally fine. Remember, this is a collective read, take with what you will. But I will say a lot of Pisces, as they are going to have a major transformation phase, as they're coming out as a more authentic version of themselves, they're going to attract new love. Okay? And that is the reason why the new love card is coming. And it's going to be, I feel it can be good, especially with somebody you can match more. You can match more your real self. So let's pull some cards here from my relationship deck. Hopefully these will be good. Okay, here we go. So it looks like, remember we talked about the Six of Cups, right? Six of Cups is Six of Hearts, same thing. So revisiting an inner child working needs to be done. Letting go of some generational curses. No wonder we're going to have a strong transformation year. Okay? Because Spirit's really going to, just imagine here is your inner child. Here's my inner child. This is you facing. And you're going to want to turn away. And I don't want to look at it right now, but it's going to be right here. Okay? It's going to be right here. And every time you try to turn away, I don't want to deal with, it's going to be right here. Okay? So there's going to be work on the inner child that needs to be done. I do feel we're going to meet someone significant for many of you. I'm going to read both for my Pisces males and females. But for my females, the King of Wands. Somebody that really ignites that passion, that fire, that energy and stuff. And then for my Pisces males and stuff, we've got the Four of Pentacles energy many for you. That we're going to meet someone. Now, one of the things kind of notice with this Four of Pentacles energy, they're kind of keeping everything to their chest and everything like that. So, opening up to a person is a new love is going to be really freeing for you because you're coming out as this new version of yourself. A Three of Swords, I feel more for this, that the new love can be a very healing relationship. Now, whether it lasts through the year, okay, whether it lasts through the year remains to be seen. That's up to you and them. There's always free will mixed in this, okay? But if you both, if you're not afraid to come out as you are and you stick with that and everything and showing that more authentic self, you're going to get more into healing mode. But the relationship can be a very good healing type of relationship and everything like that, which is good. And then the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position, that's kind of my juggling. That's my juggling and everything. And one of the things I feel we're going to be juggling is this new version of ourselves and a new love. And it may, sometimes things may get a little out of balance because you're getting in your groove. You're getting used to who you are, especially as a person in a relationship. You're going to be going into some uncharted territory with a person that is very different than what you are used to. Okay, like I feel like for some of you, you're normally attracted to a certain type. Everybody has a type. Everyone has a type. But I feel as you come with this new version of yourself, you're going to be looking for something that is more authentic like yourself. Okay, your type is going to change. So this is going to be a really beautiful time of self-discovery for you in relationships. So I'm excited for you. I feel this is going to be a good thing. So be ready for new love and passion. Nothing wrong with a little passion in there too. Okay. So let's see from the crystals, angels, some cards for this one. So we got, no surprise you get this card, Pisces. Larimar, sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotion and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. And, especially because you are an emotional sign. That is your nature. So, of course, you're going to get this card. This does not surprise me whatsoever. But especially as you're going through this wild transformation that you're going to do. Really coming out as you are. And you're going to even feel different. You're going to feel a little different, but you're going to feel more free once you make the move. Except you're going to be facing some emotions that you probably didn't even know were there. Okay, so we've got that sensitive emotions. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to see that. It just makes me laugh because that's so you. And then we've got the card citrine, unnecessary worries. I just had this in another reading too. We got to release any kind of worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solution. So don't worry about or be paranoid about, like when you come out more as you are, this new, improved, wonderful version that's authentic. Do not be afraid about what other people think about you. You're sensitive. You're naturally going to do it at first, but just drop the burden and enjoy the ride. And then we've got Garnet, purification and detoxification. I see that's what we were talking about. Any kind of addictions, right? any kind of addictions that have been holding us down. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life, especially if anything you are doing physically. Anything physically that is any kind of, toxic kind of behavior that's not healthy for you, it's time to release that. Let that go. If you've been going to the bar a little too much, okay? If you've been smoking a little of the reefer too much, whatever it may be, it's time to detox and everything, which is very important. Take care of yourself. Remember, we want to become a better version of ourselves. Let's go to the story beginnings. I'm going to pull a lot of cards for you. Want to look at a lot. So we've got the card. This is really what it's leading up to. You are being called into service. Believe in your own guidance. A lot of this, because a lot of you are spiritualists who are meant to kind of lead the way here. You are being called into service. So the sooner you get transformed, then you can help other people. And I feel one of the things with empaths, that is, there is just a natural inclination to help other people in some way. Okay? So, one of the reasons Spirit's going to really kind of push for you to become more authentic and change your ways and things like that is because of service. They got a plan. They got a plan. But look at that. Any kind of addictions, any kind of attachments no longer holds power over you. Dissolve attachments of this past with love. Okay? And especially working on the inner child, generational curses, and things like that no longer holds power over you. You're going to get your power back, which is exciting. Let it out, let it flow. Open up the heart to feel. Okay, so perfect. So we've got some good energies there going for the Spirit. And let's pull from the Shadow Oracle. Okay, what's going to be your shadow card of the year? So we've got the Pillar. The Pillar. Now, when I see the Pillar card, this is what it kind of makes me feel. The pillars normally stand there, and in between them really is, the temple of the Spirit. Okay, so really connecting with your own inner temple here, okay, is what you're being called to do, to really go within to your own inner temple, your own sacred center and sacred self that is within. And sometimes we got to kind of go through the shadow area to get there. Okay, that's what we got to do. Let's pull from the Power of Love deck. Let me put this one up there. Now, we talked a little bit about generational curses and talked about, getting to the inner child. We got the card Forgiveness. I do tend to pull this card a lot for people. I pulled this card so many times in readings, I couldn't even count. Okay, Spirit is really big on forgiveness because, and it is true, and I know it sounds so trite, but it is true, that it is more for you than for another. It really is. But, like it says, you are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. That's, it releases you. Okay, it does release another energetically, but it releases you as well. And your vibration goes like this. And that's what I always let you guys know. Once you're able to forgive in your heart, okay, and release a burden, your vibration goes so high. And then self-love. Yes, very important. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Okay, now watch my video on self-love. Okay, watch my video on self-love. It's hard to get to the right balance of self-love in our life. So it doesn't mean that you can't have love or things like that. But this one says a little different. Like, other people can still love you if you're still working on your self-love. But to be able to love another appropriately, it is harder if you don't love yourself to love someone else. It can make it harder. It can make it harder and more challenging. So one of the things is focusing. Notice it's the center card here. Focusing on self-love is going to be a big thing here. And that's part of coming out. And look at that individuality. And I was just about coming out, being authentic, individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Coming out is an individual. Okay? See, look at that. Look at that. There you go. This is your message for the year. This is what Spirit wants you to work on. To not be afraid to come out as you are. You know, no matter what. It could be your sexuality. If some of you are like afraid to come out because of your sexuality, Spirit's like, come out. There will be people who embrace you. There may be people who reject you, but there will be also people who embrace you. Okay? So, you know, that's one of the reasons, you know, or even like when people come out as spiritualists and they're afraid of being rejected because maybe their spirituality is not the mainstream. Okay? But when you come out as you are and everything, here comes your soul tribe. Here comes your people. Here comes all these people that come out and they are ready to welcome you and accept you. Okay? So never hide things like that. Because when you do that, you know, you might be hiding from other people you want to accept you, but wouldn't if you did. But then you're also hiding from people who would accept you if you would come out. So big year transformation, and I know you're very sensitive and everything like that, but it's going to be a powerful year. It's going to be a powerful year. And once you make the changes, once you make those changes, remember that change your life card. Go with the flow of it. Don't resist it. The resistance is going to make it harder because Spirit's really pushing you to come out of your shell. I hope you enjoyed your forecast.